Good morning, I'm Clinton Northway. I'm one of the operations section chiefs working the Lime Complex with the Alaska Incident Management Team, Black Team, and this is your morning update. While we were conducting operations in the Halidna area, we also had some additional ground-based crews that were flown over to the Swift area, which is just east of Fire 228, beyond Horseshoe Lake, where we actually did some firing actions over there. It's kind of up in the hills, about 2/3 of the way up. There's a number of structures in there in which we were able to land a group of Wainima hotshots in there, go in there and get some situational awareness and start the pre-planning phase as well to conduct structure protection measures in the Swift River area. Additionally, besides that, the fire movement in Fire 228, we noticed some significant movement on that eastern end. And just north of there, there's another planning area, which we're calling the Lyman Group. That is now in our radar based on the current fire activity and perimeter growth we're seeing now. So as we conduct those missions, we're moving from Halidna over to Swift, and then we're going to keep an eye on that Lyman protection area too as well. Moving into the Lime Village Group right in here, we're able to slow down a little bit of operations today due to the high level of smoke covering the area. And when the smoke impedes some of our operations, it's due to safety reasons. Our aircraft can't fly when there's smoke. Therefore, when we insert crews, for instance, on the north side of the river to conduct SAW operations and install hose lays, we're trying to ensure that their safety is covered from not only the aspect of on-the-ground safety, but we're able to support them in the case of an accident to recover them and get them to the proper medical attention needed. So we weren't able to get into that north side of the river today, but our intent is to do that tomorrow and complete the protection measures that are needed over there for future consideration as the fire perimeter dictates. Okay, moving into the North Point Protection Group, we were able to get some assets out of Antioch with 2 module-based helicopters that support some of the operations going on out here. We're able to move one group just north and west of fires 197 and 198 into what we're referring to as the Stony River Group. There's a number of identified values out there that we want to get an accurate count on those and be able to come up with a pre-plan to be able to establish hose lays and protective measures in that general area. Okay, moving again with some of the North Point Protection Group operational assets that they do have out there, we're able to assist them with some of the crews and modules that we have based out of Antioch as well as Sleepy. We were able to, again, go up into 228, get boots on the ground in there and start assessing those structures. And also we have a group of repellers just east of Fire 228 on what we're calling Horseshoe Lake. There's a structure in there. We're able to do some burnout operations in there. We recovered some repellers back to Antioch yesterday so they can be in the lineup to respond as necessary. There are a group of 4 in there that are still conducting mop-up operations. Due to levels of smoke out there today, we were not able to extract them. So our plan is for tomorrow is to extract those guys and ensure that that piece of landscape out there with the structure on there is safe from any fire movement towards that asset. Alrighty, we're going to start down here at Fire 240. We had a number of aerial assets working in the area today. We had some helicopter support going in there, moving supplies and personnel around the locations that we've identified previously as needed protection. We do so in order to keep an eye on fire perimeter movement towards those locations and to ensure that those measures are in place and have not been disturbed by any means. We do have a number of individuals and modules working from Jason's Corner north and working east with assistance from fire bosses in the air and air attack. We continue to work north and west from Jason's Corner, evaluating that perimeter and putting precision guided water drops on the fire perimeter to reduce the fire movement towards any of those values. We were able to do some additional reconnaissance from Jason's Corner south and west on the Cockatoolie River to the north, or to the Stoyahuk River, and we were able to locate and evaluate a known structure that we didn't, unknown structure that we didn't know about on a native allotment there. It did have some minor burning to it from the fire perimeter, but we were able to get in place with the fire bosses and some of the modules out there and install some sprinkler kits and hose lays, and it shouldn't be a future problem. We were also able to do a little bit of aerial reconnaissance with the UAS module out there, and that's a good asset from the standpoint that when smoke is covering much of the area, that airborne asset can do infrared imagery for us and get that to those ground-based crews, so we're monitoring the fire perimeter movement towards any of those known values. Okay, finishing up this morning's report, Fire 205, as we alluded to in earlier operational updates. 205, we had finished up most of the defensive work on some of those structures out there, mop them up, clean them up, and we're currently leaving that in monitor status. Air attack reports no threat and no concern, so business as usual is 205. Just a friendly reminder to be observant and aware that we're still conducting aerial operations over Fire 240. It is for the safety of not only our aerial firefighting resources, but the general public as well. Thank you. And in closing, we would like to thank the communities that are affected by the ongoing fire operations and the smoke out there. We appreciate their patience as we continue to deal with the incidents within the particular polygon that we're tasked to do. So have a good day.